because my grandfather, that whole son came in Staples. That's up near your direction on Elizabeth, and it's going up northeast. I've never been there. So Staples, Aiken, that area. Okay. And apparently there's quite an English community there. That was interesting. Stuff about that. I don't have colleagues. Michigan seems to be a meeting place for all sorts of German side. And then it kind of exploded. Anyway, he married Dim. Anyway, my mother was she grew up That is definitely German. Yeah, my dad had that. Where'd you do? Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, all my neighbors live in Walter. And I think they won't even have the German church. They just started German. But my mother moved to Castro. In Walker. And Hanson. Tapper, so you don't get old. Don't get old. Karen, Bobby. Yes. Yes, again, because everybody says, well, the holiday, and they spell it on the holiday. So you're a rental, and you're working in the home.
So I'm working on starting a practice myself.
Oh, okay. Good. You been? Oh, did you? Okay.
Good afternoon and welcome to this concert, whether you have braved the slightly chilly weather or whether you're enjoying this from the comfort of your living rooms. Most of our concerts, as you know, are free thanks to the incredible generosity of our music series patrons. If you would like to donate to our series, please feel free. There are collecting bowls at the door for your loose change and bills of all denominations. And if you are watching from home, there is a link that will be shown at the end of the concert so you can donate as you feel appropriate. So thank you in advance for that. If you enjoy our concerts, I hope you will consider returning for some other ones, perhaps when it's a little bit warmer. So please feel free to take one of our music series brochures that lists the remainder of our series. Last thing for me to say really is to please make sure your cell phones are off or at least silenced, because that's no fun, and I say that as somebody that's been on the receiving end of that as a performer. So there we are. I think we're good to go. So without further ado, please welcome our performers, Red Thread.
Hello, everyone. Happy cold day. I'm so impressed that you all made it. We are Red Thread, as Ray wonderfully said. We're so happy to be here. The music that we're bringing comes from many different threads, of folk traditions. And so we'll do our best to share with you a little bit about the songs as we come to them. But also we love questions. And especially, I think, since this is kind of a cozy group, if there's anything burning that comes up for you, either feel free to come chat with us afterwards, or if it's really burning in the middle of the show, I think that would be totally nice if you wanted to ask. So we're just going to start with a song and maybe tell you a little more about it after. But suffice it to say, this is Bulgarian. Thank you. So, like I said, that song is in Bulgarian. I learned it sitting in the kitchen with two hosts when I was visiting Bulgaria, my hosts Golubica and Boba. And they were an older couple who loved to play music, and Boba played this like horribly out of tune accordion. So I have all these wonderful recordings from that night where I'm like, I'm not so sure what the chords to these songs actually are. So we've kind of made them our own. That song says, you know, if something bad happens and I die, don't sing a sad song. Fill up your glass of red wine all the way to the brim and smash it on the ground. And don't have a sad funeral at the cemetery. Go there without a priest, without a rabbi, but bring friends and have a dance party. So you can talk about if that's what we actually want to do at each of our respective funerals. So we are going to hop over to a song that maybe people may have heard if you listen to any Irish traditional music, but we've also made it a bit our own by writing some new lyrics. So this is the old song, She Moved Through the Fair, that we've kind of rewritten to be a song for that time when you know you need to break up, but you're not quite ready yet.
Yeah.
Thank you. So let us introduce ourselves really briefly. My name is Sarah. I'm very happy to be here. I actually sang in this space, I think in 2015, which is a little scary how many years ago that actually is, with a different group, and it's just so wonderful to be back.
And I'm a cat parent, and it's really delightful to be singing with Sarah again.
My name is Jacqueline Alton, and yeah, I'm just so happy that Sarah has invited me to join this beautiful music. Yeah, so happy to be here.
Oh my gosh, having a cello on these songs is so nice. Our next song is called Zora Zori and comes from southern parts of Serbia. And so Zora is the dawn. So in this song, dawn is breaking and a rooster crows, and one lover says to the other, there it is, it's morning, you have to let me go home. And the other person responds, no, it's not morning, it's barely midnight. Stay and sleep next to me a little longer. And they both call each other white lamb in this song. But the first person says, no, let me go, my destiny is waiting. Zora, zori, petli poje, more puštaj me, Janje belo, doma da idem. More puštaj me, Janje belo, doma da idem. Nije zora, već je ponoć, more spavaj mi, Janje belo, aman kraj mene. More spavaj mi, Janje belo, aman kraj mene. Pusti, pusti, pusti mene. More čeka me, Janje belo, sudbina moja. More čeka me, Janje belo, sudbina moja. You may be thinking, oh, a banjo? The website said vocal recital. Surprise. I want to hear you, actually. Can I hear your G? Yeah, well, can I hear your D? Winter with only hello. This is an original song. So if anyone, it's actually really nice. It's very nice. If I can see some familiar faces in the room, it's wonderful to see you. Shout out to my high school history teacher who's here. Set off on a course young. So if anyone has heard maybe the two of us, Kat and I, playing together in the past, or other groups that I've been part of, you know, we sing a lot of music that comes from these different folk traditions. And more and more and more over time, singing that music, I found myself so interested in kind of the ways that we make connections between the past and the present. And a friend and colleague of mine, Anthony Russell, used the word to suture. You know, like when you suture a wound, you re-heal it, you make a connection. But it's also a coming back together, right? So I have been so attached to that image of like time travel or pulling the distance between the past and the present closer together, like suturing that distance. So in that vein, we've also started playing original music that we fancy very much to be still in the line of these traditions. So you can tell us if you agree or if you think we're doing it. This is called No Regrets. This I aim when I lay me down. At least I aim to do my best. Yes, I aim to heal this ground. So we're going to give Jacqueline a little break for a couple songs. Doesn't she sound wonderful? This is Jacqueline Olton with cello.
Yeah, this next song is from Scotland, and it's also a original song that was written in the style of older folk songs by the prolific folk songwriter Ewan MacColl, and it's about being cold and not having a warm place to sleep in the winter, which is a hard thing to think about right now, but something a lot of people are experiencing.
Now for something completely different. We've been doing a number of workshops and performances with kids. And in a lot of these songs, there's stories from folk tales and mythology. And like everyone under age 17 is reading lots of fiction based on mythology right now. So it's been fun to share these stories with a lot of them. And this comes from Russia and from tales about this creature, the rusalka. And it's said that in the springtime, the rusalki, who live in the river, come out of the river, and if you've been good, they fling all the water out of their long hair and water your spring crops in your fields with the water from their hair, which is so great. But if you haven't been good, and if you haven't pleased them, they might pull you in the river and drown you. So this is a rusalki song. I was like, ooh, is it okay to sing a creepy, murderous, pagan folk character song in the Episcopal Cathedral? Huh? Yes, I got a yes. Seconded? Okay, good, great, wonderful. We want to invite you all to be part of this next song with us. I know it's Minnesota, so consider this your invitation. You don't worry, you're not going to be breaking rules if you sing. But so that song was from Russia. My ancestors in my great-grandparents' generation immigrated to the US from Russia. And they were Jewish from mostly border towns, I just love thinking about these towns where people came through from different places and speaking different languages and bringing different traditions. And so this next song we think it's about 150 years old, comes from the late 1800s, and it's a traveling song from Hasidic Jewish communities when people were going to go learn with a famous rabbi. So this is the road song for traveling that long distance and saying to your buddies who are whining about when are we going to get there, you say to your buddies, don't worry, we'll get there soon. And when we arrive, there will be vodka and we will have nothing to worry about. So, and in so many Eastern European Jewish songs, there's a sing-along element that is wordless. So in this song, we sing, Yamama, Yamama. Do you all want to say that with me? Yamama, Yamama, which is just la, la, la in Yiddish. There you go. Now you know how to say la, la, la in Yiddish. And so if you feel that kind of like, oh yeah, we are slogging through the muddy roads, the woods, the long way to where we're trying to go, you can join us and you can sing this song, and maybe we'll kind of help ourselves get there together.
что не с нами будет. Мы поедем до Корчонки, там и водка будет. Не жрите, хлопцы, что и с нами будет. Мы поедем до Корчонки, там и водка будет. Амай, 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 амай. Do you want to try doing that? We'll do it very slow. Yamai, 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 yamai. Nice, one more time. Yamai, 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 Nice. Es ist nicht noch nicht der Morgen, sie ist nur da, bis in Kein sterbt ihm nicht mit Sorgen. Sie ist nicht da noch nicht der Morgen, sie ist nur da, bis in Kein sterbt ihm nicht mit Sorgen. Jamma, 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 jamma,
Amazing. You sounded so good. I don't know, is this microphone changing my voice? Is the microphone changing my voice? Yeah. Good, wonderful. We're having so much fun exploring this space, and we learned that the voices sound different just between us standing here and standing there on the top of the steps. So we're just so grateful to get to be here in the beautiful cathedral and play. I don't know if you all are devotees of this music series, but there's lots of things going on here all the time. So we would just love to encourage you to support this series. I know they're collecting donations so they can keep providing more of these wonderful free concerts. And if you want to stay in touch with us and support us, the best way to do that is to join our email mailing list. So we have, yeah.
I would like to say, I think you guys sound wonderful. I have never heard, I am Scandinavian, I think a little, and I love these songs. They're really they're really wonderful and inspiring, and I'm enjoying them. So you guys are really making me happy. So I'm really loving your songs.
Thank you so much.
So happy to share.
That's so
I
wonderful.
don't have money to give you, but I love your music.
Just here sharing.
You're
Thank you
making
so
me
much.
very happy.
Well, I think we all feel very happy being able to play up here too. So if after the concert, come say hi, or just kind of right outside the door in the hallway, we have our little email sign-up list, and that's a great way for you to stay in touch with us and know what else we're doing going forward. We are going to do another original song, I think. We ready to do it? Yeah. Okay, so this is another song that I just feel so connected, or it is so connected to this season. We had this kind of heartbreaking song from Kat, and the song is maybe our hopeful feeling of like, the ice is going to crack soon. And I know the words kind of get lost in here a little bit, so it's in English, but I'll tell you the lyrics. The lyrics are, I find myself in a winter clearing. I find myself in a world gone dry, but all of the heavy white blankets are water, immobile, while the blood in my veins races on. So feeling that everything's stuck, but it's gonna move. We're gonna move it. Nice to have you back. Yep. I find myself in a winter clearing. So we'd love to invite you all to join us singing on another song. And I realized we could have printed these in the programs, but I forgot. So instead we printed them out. Do you want to talk about this song while I hand these out?
Sounds great. So this is a hymn. Some of you might know it. I learned it from my grandmother, Virginia, who really liked songs and poetry. And when she was dying of dementia, her songs were some of the things she still remembered. And so I still got to sing with her in her later years. And I just think this hymn is so beautiful. It's about the beautiful side of winter, basically. The fields that are sparkling and the crystals in the snow that are as beautiful as the flowers of summer, and a sort of mystical idea that God's artistry is present in the gorgeousness of winter. So it makes me think of like those rare days when there's really cold weather outside and there are beautiful lines of frost all over the window, and just the thrill of seeing something kind of magical happen while trying to stay warm. So you can feel free to sing along with this one with the words, and also harmonize.
Yes, harmonize.
If you want.
Verse again, because now you got it. Thank you so much. This is another original song. It's that song for the person who's far away that you just love so much and wish they were closer. We have just a couple more for you all. This song, it says in your programs that the venerable Saul Awind is going to be here, and he's not. He couldn't make it, unfortunately. But Saul is a local poet who writes in Yiddish. And this next song is a piece of music that I wrote setting one of his poems to music. And it's been part of, for me, I mentioned my family's immigration story, kind of feeling what it is like to bring this language back into my life in a way it wasn't when I was a young person. It wasn't for my mom, but Yiddish is the language that my peeps spoke as their mother tongue, as their main language when they came to the U.S. And I feel like in that kind of circumstance, we usually think about kind of like dying languages or historic languages or whatever. And actually, there are people here in the Twin Cities who are fluent speakers. And in fact, there are people who are not only fluent speakers, but who are creating art in Yiddish at this very moment. So this is a poem that our very own Saul Awind wrote. It's called, and he speaks a very Galiciana dialect or accent. His accent is very like southern Poland. So he would call it Ich kleie. And people, where my people are from in the north, would call it Ich kle. He'd say Ich kleie. So in his dialect, he'd say Ich kleie finamol was verefshizan. I think of a time that may someday come to pass when all of us can sit and see how the sun shines and see how tall trees grow unadorned and bless us. Greens and blues as far as the eye can see, and we sit by tall trees unadorned that bless us.
Wenn wir alle können sitzen und kicken, wie die Sinn scheint, wie
Thank you so much. That was a modern Jewish folk song written by a Jewish guy from Queens, New Jersey? Doesn't matter. So we have one more song. It's called Von wannen nehmen sich die Meises, which means, where do stories come from? This is a poem by a poet from Toronto named Ida Maze that she wrote in the 1950s. She's no longer living. And it's just so good. I just feel like we should just read the translation to you. Somewhere far, to a place a wagon can't take us. Oh, this isn't my favorite version of the translation. My bad. I'm going to tell you the version that I remember. Somewhere far, you can't. Oh, yes, you can't get there with a wagon. At the far edge of the forest stands a little house, a cabin. Doors and windows all are shuttered. In this little house, all-knowing, in the chimney, no fires burn, only winds are blowing. And so in this poem, we see this little house, and it turns out that if you go there on some nights, this abandoned house actually shows some signs of life. Instead of wind in the chimney, there's some smoke, and there's a light in the window. And if you peeked in, you would see a grandma and a grandpa sitting by the fire with children listening to the stories that they tell. And the grandma, the bubby, takes those stories and spins them on her spinning wheel and sends them off to join the smoke, going out the chimney, where they are taken by the winds and sent out to all of us. So that's where stories come from. Thank you all so much again. We're so glad that we get to be here.
Geht's weit, nicht mit Pfoten zu der Pfoten. Ach, da, steht a Häseler Kleins, schon von viel lange Juden. Ach, da, steht a Häseler schon von viel lange Juden. Ach, da, Tiroloden auf den Riegel, stirbt aus Heißel und Verlosen. Ach, da, durch die Deg und durch die Juden, nur in Bäumen Wind bloßen. Ach, da, durch die Deg und durch die Juden, nur in Bäumen Wind bloßen. Ach, da, letzte Nacht, wenn alle schlafen und die Windschlaufen neu geht. Wenn in jenem heißen Lichtig und von Bäumen dort nur räuchert. Wenn in jenem heißen Lichtig
very much.